Everybody's mic on?
Is everybody's microphone on?
Yes.
Yep.
And
Tell me when you're ready, Mrs. Shaw. Everybody's phones are off?
She's not talking.
Okay, very good.
touch your mic and see if it's on. No, not on.
They're not on.
I'm not recording, so I didn't think I had to. Floyd, do I have to go in here for any reason? I'm not recording. But you're definitely, mics are definitely not on.
I don't,
They're on?
they're on, but there's no sound.
They're on?
Usually when you touch this, there's
Yeah,
a crack,
there's
crack,
something.
crack.
Well, you normally hear it.
She's hearing it. No, we're okay.
They're live.
But can you guys hear us? I'll have to,
It's not the speakers here.
Oh, you guys hear us?
Yeah, she hears
That's
it.
fine. She hears us, but maybe not.
there it is, hear it?
Now it's on.
That's it.
There you go.
Just if you put a paper by them,
I know, that's what,
I do it
that's
all
why
the
I have
time.
everything in front of me.
Clean out people's earwax, you know?
Okay.
Good? Good evening, everyone. I'd like you to welcome to the Board of Selectmen-Elect special meeting to make appointments for the ensuing term, Thursday, June 27th. Item 1 on the agenda is Board of Selectmen-Elect receive nominations and act on appointments to positions on the boards, commissions, offices, agencies, and other appointees of the town of Woodbridge for ensuing terms of office. I'd like to begin sharing my deep appreciation to everyone who expressed interest in serving the town on a board or commission. I know there will be some people who are disappointed they weren't able to serve, but there has always been a real outpouring of interest from so many wonderful and qualified folks. My priorities have been to select as many newcomers as possible while balancing the need to retain those who bring experience and institutional memory to the work of these boards and commissions. This really is a blending of the old and new. I believe we have worked out a streamlined process, and I thank Selectmen Joe Dye and Dwight Rowland for your efforts to collaborate in this regard. Now I'd like to propose that we turn to each board and take nominations from each side of the aisle. Then, if we agree to do so, close the nominations for that board and take one vote to approve the group of nominees to fill all seats on that board. Is that okay with everyone?
That's fine.
Okay, thank you. If at any time, as we go through the list, any selectman would like to take an individual vote on a specific board's list of those nominated, please indicate that and we'll vote on each individual nominee to that board. Let's begin with the Board of Ethics. I have my list. And you have your list and a list, okay. There are
Four.
four, right, okay. So Mika, do you have any nominations?
I do. I'd like to nominate the following individuals: Terry Schatz, Dominic Thomas, who is an incumbent, and Andrew Schaefer
Thank
for
you.
the Board of Ethics.
And Dwight, do you have any
And
nominations?
we'd like to nominate Martino, Dorothy Martino.
Wonderful. Are there any other nominations? I'll move to close nominations. Is there a second?
Second?
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
And now we'll take the group as a whole. All in favor of the four mentioned, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Do you want for us, Beth, to say what the terms are?
Yeah,
that not-
that's a good
I
idea. Thank
think
you.
as we go
Right.
through, that'd be helpful.
Yep, that's a good idea. So 3 of them were 2023, Schatz, Thomas, and Schaefer, and Dorothy.
Martino's 21.
Right, thank you. Okay, thank you. Next is Board of Finance. Mika, do you have any nominations?
I do.
Years?
We'd like to
Thank you.
nominate Susan Jacobs, Paul Kurikos, who is an incumbent, and both Susan and Paul will be for the term to 2023. And our third nomination would be Ellen Skeletar for the term going to 2021 for the remaining term.
Thank you.
And we'd like to nominate Matt Gigoletti for a term ending of 2023.
Thank you. I will move that we close nominations. Is there a second?
Second?
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
And now we'll take a vote on the 4 nominees as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay. Next is the Board of Fire Commissioners. Mika, do you have any nominations?
The nominees are incumbents, and their term will run to 2023, and they are Ilya Alexiadis, Karen Kravitz, and Michael Horton.
Thank you. And that fills that group. They're all incumbents. Okay.
Mhm.
So we'll vote on those 4. All in favor?
3.
3, sorry. Can't do math. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Next is the Board of Police Commissioners. Mika, do you have any nominations?
The nominations are also incumbents, and their term goes to 2023. They are Deborah Desir, Deborah Freed, and Robert Blake. Robert Burke, excuse me.
Right, okay, thank you. All in favor of the three nominees through 2023?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Next is Building Board of Appeals.
Building Board of
Yep.
Appeals, I would like to nominate an incumbent, Bruce Schaefer, whose term will be through 2023.
Thank you. And
And
Dwight?
we'd like to nominate Chris Burr Bonner and Palumbo, Joseph Palumbo, both terms ending 2023.
Perfect, okay, thank you. I'll call the vote for those three. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. We're up to Conservation Commission. And
The four nominees that I have are Sharon DeCat, Julie Parr, Leland Torrance, who is an incumbent, and Karen Sklarz, who is also an incumbent, all four terms ending 2023.
Okay, thank you. And I'll call the vote for those four people. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Next is CUPAP, Commission on Publicly Owned Properties. Mika?
For CUPOP, the nominees are Nancy Polk and Nicole Donzello. Nancy Polk is an incumbent, and both terms are through 2023.
Yeah, we'd like to nominate Laura Ferrante C. Fernandez with a term ending 2023.
Thank you. All in favor of the three names as presented?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Next is the Economic Development Commission.
For Economic Development, there are 5 nominees. All terms run through 2023. The one incumbent is Jeremy Rosner. The other 4 are Cleo Nikolakis, Toby Nwanga, Sean Flynn, and Deborah Barberi Brander.
Great, thank you. All in favor of the 5 names? Thank you. Next is EMS. Mika?
EMS, the nominee is Oliver Holland, whose term will run through 2023.
Yeah, we'd like to
Great.
nominate Dr. Marvin Aarons with a term ending 2023.
Great. All in favor of the 2 names?
Aye.
Thank you. Next is GATCOM. Mika?
The nominees are the nominee that I have is Alden Hines, who is an incumbent and whose term will run through 2023.
Thank you.
And we'd like to nominate Teresa Burr Bonner with a term ending 2023.
Thank you. All in favor of the 2 folks?
Aye.
Thank you. Next is Human Services.
For
Mika?
Human Services, there are 3 nominees, all with terms running through 2023. Susan Davidson, who is an incumbent, along with Arnold Holtzman and John Labianic.
Thank you.
And we'd like to nominate B. Patrick Madden for a term ending 2023 as well.
Thank you. All in favor of the 4 names as presented?
Aye.
Thank you. Next is Inland Wetlands Commission. Mika?
For Inland and Wetlands, there are 3 nominees, all incumbents, David Speranzini, Jack Couric, and Jean Weber as an alternate.
Okay, thank you.
All terms run through 2023.
Thank you. All in favor of the 3 names as presented?
That's fine.
Aye.
Thank you. Next is Library.
The library nominees are Andy Duquette, who is an incumbent, Margaret Hamilton, and Barbara Jean Ahern, with all terms running through 2023.
We'd like to nominate Thomas Chernow for a term ending 2023.
Great, thank you. All in favor of the 4 nominees, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Next is Recreation.
For Recreation, there are 3 nominees, Smith Mowry, who is an incumbent, Michael Helfenbein, and Mary Alvarado, all terms running through 2023.
We'd like to nominate William DeRosa for a term ending 2021.
Thank you. All in favor of the 4 nominees, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Is that you? Okay. Next is the Sperry Park Committee or Commission, I'm not sure.
The nominee for Sperry Park is Sheila McCreven, who is an incumbent, whose term would run through 2023.
And
We'd like
Dwight?
to nominate Chris Burbano, and John Adamovich for both terms ending 2023.
Thank you. All in favor of the three nominees, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Next is Town Planning and Zoning Commission.
There are three nominations for Town Planning and Zoning. There are two incumbents, Alan Lipson and Kathleen Wallace, and a new nominee, Robert Klee, all three of whom
Who's here tonight?
whose term will run through 2023.
Okay, thank you. All in favor of the three nominees, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. And Town Planning and Zoning alternates, Mika?
Our nominee is Jonathan Zamir as an alternate.
Yeah, we'd like to also nominate Christian Sorensen as an alternate for term 2023.
Great. All in favor of the two nominees, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay. That gets through some of the appointments. And we move on to other officials. First one is Town Council, and it is a selectman's appointment, so I will be appointing Gerald Weiner to serve again, who's been wonderful, for a salary of $85,000. He's been wonderful to me and served our town well, I believe, over the last couple of years. And just a little note, he's underspent and been very prudent about the money for the last 3 years. I asked for an accounting, and he saved us over $50,000 in fees over the last 3 years. So I'm very, thank you. So that's just an announcement. I do that, right? We don't vote on that?
No.
Okay.
No, you vote.
Oh, we do vote. Okay, I'll make a motion then that we approve Gerald Weiner as town council. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. And we have to reappoint our town treasurer. Alan Rice has served in that capacity, and this will be till 2021. I will nominate Alan. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, sorry, thanks. And assistant treasurer till 2021 as well is Dean Joseph Salato, friend of mine, and I think he's in town, which is very important, and willing to serve. So I will nominate Dean. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Now, we have the town clerk and assistants to 2023, 4-year terms. I will nominate, I can do these together?
Yeah.
Okay. I will nominate Stephanie Charleglio as the town clerk for 4 years, the assistant town clerks Karen Burcham, Beth Lynch, and Ellie Sheehy. Is there a second?
I will
Second. I'll
Thank
second.
you,
Let Dwight
thank you. Okay, all in favor of the 4 names, say aye.
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 Thank you. And Registrar of Vital Statistics, also to 2023. Stephanie Charleglio is the Registrar of Vital Statistics, and the Assistant Registrars of Vital Statistics, Karen Burcham, Beth Lynch, and Ellie Sheehy. Want to second that one?
I'll second.
Okay, thank you. That's to 2023. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Our tax collector, is that a term, Jerry, or just?
Yes, 4-year
4-year
term.
term, okay, it doesn't say in here, sorry, thank you. That's okay, I don't know. I will nominate Pat Crisco for another 4-year term. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Mika. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great, okay. Assistant tax collector, Linda Cahill, again for 4 years, thank you. I'll nominate Linda. Is there a second?
Second.
Thanks, Sandy. All in favor?
Aye.
Great. Our labor consultant, Dave Ryan, is that a 2-year or?
No term.
No term, okay. Also been very helpful in getting us through some ebbs and falls. I will nominate Dave Ryan. Is there a second? Hi.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Census taker to 2021, I will nominate Stephanie Charleglio. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank
Aye.
you. The EMS Regional Council has served already our Deputy Police Chief Ray Stewart to 2020. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor of Ray?
Aye.
Thank you. The Greater New Haven Transit District, there's no term. You have in your packet a letter. Chris Lovejoy served well, but she's declined to be reappointed. So Mary Ellen recommended Judy Young, and I guess there's no term, and she just recommended her. So I'll nominate Judy Young. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I did
Okay.
not see a letter, so
Oh,
it's not in my packet.
okay. You didn't get that out? It was in mine. You can have mine. It's an email from Mary Ellen.
Okay.
Judy is the social worker that serves now for Human Services, so. Did I call that vote?
Yeah,
Did we vote?
yeah, you did. Well, you called it.
Okay. Do you wanna wait? You're good? Shall we
Let
call
me
it?
abstain. I'll abstain on
Okay,
this one, that's
fine.
fine.
All right, thank you. So it's, 3 in favor and 1 abstention. Thank you. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
Okay. And, let's see, last but not least, 2 citation hearing officers to 2021. I will nominate Aaliyah Alexiadis. These gentlemen are currently serving, and Pat Madden. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Is that it?
I think that's it, Jerry. Right?
You're done? Okay. Thank
Record
you.
time.
So now I have to make a motion, or have someone make a motion to adjourn?
I'll move to adjourn.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
I guess those are non-debatable, but, okay. Thank you, everyone.